Good evening. Hope you are all doing fine and well during this pandemic. Please take care of yourself, your friends, and your family. Will there will be a third world war? Does relations between Russia and America goes to war due to Ukraine or any other reasons? These are the things which will be analyzed in the next few minutes. Russia interfered in US elections. Russia is involved in cybersecurity. It was alleged. The allegation of Russian intervention in US elections, cybersecurity, public opinion, and its support of Syrian war with the President Bashar and occupation of Crimea was questioned by the world. Who can forget this chemical war in Syria? The question now is, Russia was a superpower and militarily is a superpower. Can US, which is also a superpower, will the superpower conflicts lead to a third world war? See, Russia is building up military equipments and it has sent more than 4,000 its troops to eastern Ukraine. And many military flights have been flying around in near Alaska, and there were a few violations also. Then lot of submarine activity is going on near Arctic. Military bases in Arctic, hardware and underground storages, bombers, MiG-31BM jets, new radars, Poseidon stealth torpedoes are few things which has been there. Now the question came, Ukraine, they have the Minsk Protocol of 2015, but Russia's support of Donbass civil war, where Ukraine also went forward and put a check on few Russian oligarchs in Ukraine and few press, and they had to try to subjugate or control some Russians in Ukraine. All have created a tension. Now US want to send Russian NATO troops. Europe also want to help Ukraine. So Russia will never don't want near its border NATO troops, which it thinks it's a national security and interest threat. Now, US Northern Command Air Force General Glenn Van Eyck said America or Russia are having a great power competition, multi-assess and multi-perform. So now the question is, Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe or NATO, they are telling that we'll stand with Ukraine. And Ukraine already is checking water for Crimea, where 85% of the water comes from the North Crimea Canal. So Russian Black Sea field is in Crimea, near Crimea. So US says it is a aggressive and provocative action by Russian actions. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, National Security Advisor Jack Sullivan, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, and few US military command also thought it is a potential imminent crisis. And the European Union Foreign Minister Joseph Borrell has said that they are going to support Ukraine against Russia. So now the question is, Dmitry Peskov says, whatever the Ukraine crisis can lead to a war, or it can pacify by trust. See, the question for India is, Sergei Lavrov was saying, due to this incidents, Ukraine will be destroyed. But the problem is, President Putin's tenure has been extended with the summer elections until 2030. 36. So where we'll find a powerful leader in Russia. What will be the reflections for India? See, India wants peace. We don't want US or Russia or Ukraine to fight, or NATO to fight. Nostradamus or Bamba Wanga, they may have said there can be a conflict, there will be 25 years war, Muslim and Christian war in Europe, but we don't want any war. See, coronavirus as a small biological war, Wuhan virus or China virus has destroyed the world. Small, medium countries, poor countries, or poor middle class people who have not done any mistakes are suffering throughout the world for no reason. Vaccination has become a diplomacy. Only few countries like India or some other countries are giving vaccine for other people. Otherwise, money is given. This is a very big question. In this situation, we need job, globalization, development, interconnectivity, not forced drought, not debt trap, not internal politics, Russian diplomacy. So here, Russia or America, they have to stay together, work together. Ukraine crisis has to be sit and talk by them. See, because of the conflict and the problem from the Russia and the US, China is benefiting. So we don't want any benefit for any one nations because of two conflict with the two big powers. We want peace. We want development. We want sit and talk. WHO failed for the Wuhan crisis. We would not have got COVID-19, no prediction by the World Health Organization properly. In the same way, United Nations has to go a step forward, help, talk to these leaders and fight. India, Brazil, South Africa, Australia, Japan, or any other countries, European country, France, they should talk to them. And India, which believes in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, world is one family, they want peace. India never support any country for a war. Even during Korean War, India sent ambulances. India wants development. We want growth. We want interdependence, democratic movements. So any unilateral actions or any unilateral action to close the boundaries, change the boundaries, no respect for the freedom of movement or the freedom of navigations, this will have a big replications. World War III, we don't want. We already have suffered World War I. We have suffered World War II. We don't want that remains to come up. See, the coronavirus itself is worse than the Third World War. After this, what we want? Millions have died. Millions of people have died for no reason. So, Russia and America and Russia, President Putin or Joe Biden, or UN Secretary General, or Indian Prime Minister Modi, or France President Macron, or South African President, or Brazilian President, Japanese Prime Minister, sit. Give scope for diplomacy. NATO should talk to the Russians, understand their plights. Russia should talk to the NATO, America, and they all have to come together and solve these issues. For now, we want a peaceful world where everybody has a right to grow, right to develop, right to speak. We don't want domination, we don't want interventions. Thank you very much.